All right, Plem, calm down. Don't burn everything down and start throwing Faye at us and stuff. Okay, we're here. What is up, everybody? Welcome, session 42. That's right. I couldn't have planned this. I'm not that good with keeping schedules and stuff like that. It worked out perfectly. Everyone canceled just the right number of times. That today here on 420, we are on session 42. It's beautiful, right? It's beautiful. It's the meaning. What is the meaning of life? 42. So yeah. Anyways, we were waiting on a couple of our players to get here. Waiting on Ira. Ragnar is not going to be with us tonight. That's why we're going to pick up some of the downtime session stuff. A little bit later, we're going to go for another little hot take. The last one actually got quite the reaction, so we're going to pick up on that. We're just kind of roll with it, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, why don't we just go ahead and get our group on up in here? Look at that. Look at that. Look at all that real estate wasted. I know. I know, Plem. I know. It's about time. All right. Is that your way, Finvar? Is that your way of telling me that I sound parched?
No. It's my way of telling you that you must stay hydrated.
See how I do. I need more water. All right. So I see no reason not to pretty much swing right on into things. A couple things out there. If everybody's having a good day, you can always go over and check us out on all the other locations that you can find our clips and videos and stuff at. The whole backlog is over on YouTube. So if you miss any of the previous sessions, go check it out, or you can check out some of my little funny jests and hilarities over on TikTok where I post stuff. Yeah, but other than that, let's hop right into it. So first off, now Finvar, now since you all have made it to Midway, you've been keeping yourself pretty busy. And when you're in town, you do your thing around the Bastion, and then in the evenings going down and spending time doing some training, everything like that, talking with Jasper. On many of these days, you've been traveling, going a bit up to the north there to an old town, a once deserted town, once not so deserted town, called Steelmere, where you've been meeting with an old friend there and doing some things, getting things settled around there. They are still trying to rebuild. Still not many people there. A couple of other stragglers from the area have made their way in there and kind of taken up some of the residents, but it's still very, very sparse. And we lost him. Oh no.
Da, da, da.
Da, da, da. They got him, y'all. They got him. We went up there and they got him. Damn. See? All right, he's coming back in. Let's see if it fills the box back in there. All right, perfect. No worries. So, no worries. So you've been spending time up there, actually, with mostly with an acquaintance that you made the first time you made your way through Midway. A fella that everyone knows is Peter, and actually a Calrathian fella. He's been doing some training with you as well, showing you some of the different styles that they have of combat. He didn't see much action himself, being that he was mostly a squire to the hulking fella you all met when you were down there. But still, there was of course some training, and he shared some of what he knows, as well as some of what he knows of some of the iron working and steel working they do back in Calrathia, showing you a bit of their tricks of the trade. Now, I've been going back and forth, and what we're picking up here is it's been a few weeks going through being back in town, and Jasper and Finvar down training in the lower area of the Bastion. You guys can go ahead and take it away.
Ready for the sparring, Jasper?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a long time since I've picked up a staff and I figured before we get into some serious trouble, figured I could use your help refreshing my memories here. Did want to ask you though. I hear you're going to be doing some traveling here soon.
Yeah, I didn't pass my time in a ditch this time. I wanted to take a look on the things that we left past our way, basically.
That's
And
fair.
I don't know, check on Stillmere, go to the forest, see if it's still fine and well. Idle trip on vacation.
Okay. Check up on the guy that tried to kill us.
Mm, basically, but I was checking on the guy that we left on the Carpathian like party that was attacking the caravans.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to
And
check
us.
if he was still a coward or if he at least made some courage to stay here and be good about the idea I had of Calvathian. So, and my conclusion is that he's really nice. I like him. I basically stayed in his town for a couple of days. And I must warn you, Jasper, that I also sparred with him. So I'm going to train hard on you.
I appreciate it. I could use it. Yeah, I'm still a little amazed that you stepped back, you stayed your hand way back when they tried to kill us back in that cave. Those Calrathian soldiers. I'm kind of surprised that you're still interested in following up with them.
I only wanted to reaffirm my beliefs, but yeah, basically from that moment I'm a different Finbar now.
So what happens if you find out that what's this guy's name? Peter, something like that.
Peter.
Peter.
What happens if it turns out that he's gone back to his Calrathian ways?
I mean, what would happen to a Calrathian that is here in our land? He will get the justice that he deserves, right? I mean, but only if he does the bad thing, right? I'm not the one to go look into this filthy Calrathians, but if there's one that is good and not wicked, I mean, who am I to say that he doesn't deserve to be here?
Yeah, it's really interesting that you talk about that. It seems like you're less interested in the law of the land and you're more interested in the good in someone's heart, their intentions.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we can reflect on that the moment that the I don't know his name, but basically the Jarl Ragnar
Jarl Skona
got
Dornan?
me into prison because I run my mouth a lot, but yeah, I care a lot more about the goodness in the heart of a person than his deeds or his names. I don't know.
But I'm going to challenge you on that. Isn't the law of the land, provided you have a wise and just and good, kind-hearted ruler, aren't the laws of the land intended on setting up the guidance that we should follow when it comes to whether or not a Calrathian should live?
Well, you see, Finbar of the past would have said that that is true, but I don't longer think that way because Paul is good, and in the terms of the law of the land, he must not be here, right? He must be in Carwathia. But I mean,
True.
we ourselves have made some bad things, right? Some illegal stuff, and I don't consider that wicked or evil.
Can I get
I'm talking. I'm
some
talking
athletics
about
checks from
Corinne,
each of
okay?
you?
Yeah, sure.
What? Again?
Let me get athletics check from each of you.
Starting off strong with a 12.
I'm using peerless athlete, so I have advantage. And that's at 23.
Oh, you're smoking me, man. Getting smacked upside the head.
So they're taking this time and having these this deep philosophical conversations here. Meanwhile, out there, I'm assuming, are we using training sticks, or are we out here with full swords? Are we being reckless?
I'm using my quarter staff. I'm not using the staff of power. That'd be crazy to wallop
Okay.
Finbar upside the head with that thing. But yeah.
Right.
I'm using a stick as a sword,
Okay.
basically. But
So you guys are
I'm
there talking it back. All right, take it back, you guys. I
Again.
don't want to interrupt. I just kind of wanted to
Yeah.
make sure that we're setting that scene there. They are mid what's the word I'm looking for? Mid spar
Sparring session. Yeah.
as this is all going on.
Crack, crack, crack. See, I don't know. I'm torn because. All right. So caveat: I 100% support our mission. I 100% support you, and I think that doing good for the people of the land is a positive thing. But I think that if we don't have laws and guidelines to guide our hand, and we just use the whims of our heart and what we feel at the moment, that could be a recipe for crack. Could be a recipe for a slippery slope down the hill into Brisker territory.
You really think so? I mean,
Could be.
yeah, it could be, but I'm not talking about what I feel. I'm talking about what is, by my judgment, good or bad, right? But yeah, really, that's how Ragnar ended up, or how Feinstamp also ended up. By all means, he chose a decision that's so out of his control that he made bad things to realize.
I would just ask, when we're in the heat of battle, or you have a sword at the throat of someone like Jegrim Feinstamp, like we did, a few weeks ago, what is going to guide your hand as faith?
Well, you do. And I'm going to point the sword at you. Basically, my moral compass are you guys. I don't know what will happen if I went with the wrong party, but maybe we we could have an evil Finbar.
Let me get another set of athletics checks on that note. I like that line.
Oh, not 20.
Wow, not 20. Nice. 15 for
All right.
me.
So with that, as he says so, he sweeps over, quickly bringing Jasper right off his feet, leaving him blade down or stick down right towards his face. Jasper's staff a couple of feet off to the side there.
Then I lent my hand to him and helped him to get up.
I'm pretty heavy pulling up, but I appreciate it. That's, I really admire your fighting skills, and that's why I asked for your help. I just have one last question, or maybe a request. next time you stop by Stillmere, would you mind stopping by that old hermit's hut,
Hmm.
see if he's
Uh,
still around? And I've been carrying this necklace from the Kuatoan priest that we recovered, and I'm a little worried about it. I think it may pop up in the future. So, could you stop by that old hermit's hut and ask him if he's seen any unusual goings on in Stillmere or Timberdeep, anything like that we need to be aware of?
sure. I stop by and see if he's still there. But the last two times I went, I didn't remember seeing him. Well, I didn't look enough to really say that he is not there. But yeah, I'll stop by.
Fair
And
enough.
as I'm gathering my things, I say, same time next week.
Same time next week. See you then. Appreciate the walloping.
See ya, Jasper.
All right, right on. So, with that, you guys going off your own separate ways, pretty soon, Finbar gets himself back on the road, heading back north up to Stillmere. Jasper back working on his research in his room. Now, Torin, he's been off kind of in his own space for a while now, coming out when he has to and to run what errands he must. But otherwise, mostly keeping to himself, doing some tinkering. Ira, was there anything that you have not yet done over this this downtime here?
Uh,
I know we
well,
did some of your attempted some of your scries. Was there anything
Yeah.
that we haven't done yet?
during the downtime, Ira would want to kind of work at that Temple of Shantea that houses the orphans and assist there and kind of deepen his understanding of the god that was shown to him.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so the time, of course, you have been spending a good bit of your time there, basically doing everything you can, helping to get some of the weeds out of there and cultivate some of the good life and keep things clean. Not to mention, I'm sure, providing plenty of meals with that heavy sack of gold that you all are carrying around these days.
Of
Now, the
course.
time that you're spending in there in the shrine. Now, are you worshiping the god, or are you simply trying to gather information about the god?
I'd say Ira's always kind of used it as a baseline in his druidic ways while kind of towing the line of worship, hence why I went with the one level of cleric, because I wouldn't necessarily, I would say it fell more into devotion at some point, but it, up until that point, it was more just following the teachings without truly believing.
You respect the beliefs and you're familiar with them, but they don't necessarily
Yeah.
steer your life. Okay. So, let me get, first off, an investigation check from you.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, very nice. So, not really being able to follow things from a place of faith here, had to be a bit more thoughtful about your approach. You've gone through this place here. They do have some books. They're not widely spread. Just the teachings of the All-Mother are really much more often passed on word of mouth, druid to druid. But there are some writings you can find. Some of them happen to be in this location where you get to read in and get yourself familiar with some of the teachings and other details you weren't quite as familiar with. Some of the older stories. Now, what exactly is it that you're trying to learn or gain from your experience here? You trying to build a connection, or are you just
Trying to more build a connection because their base knowledge came from what they were taught in their younger years, and in recent time they've kind of fallen away from that as kind of a coping mechanism to hide away from past traumas.
okay? Give me 1 second.
No worries.
So, trying to connect with some of these older teachings here. Let me get a religion check from you.
14.
14. So, as you kneel down, going through some of your research, kind of gathering in some of the atmosphere here, incense burns in this little kind of spherical chamber that you're in. The statue off ahead of you, only light in there being small candles that throw orange light on the walls. Sit down and whisper an old prayer. Not one in the books, not one of the common recited ones that you remember when you were very young. Your sister saying to you each night before she would leave for her responsibilities. And you whisper that prayer down, not out for anybody, really kind of low for yourself. And when you do so, you get it's no real touch to it, just a kind of warming, almost like when a ray of sun comes down just right on you unexpectedly. And you look down in front of you and there's a little pendant. Looks like a little stalk with a long topaz gem in the shape of a grain. You recognize that from your childhood as well. This was a pendant that your sister was wearing the last time you saw her.
I slowly pick up the pendant and wipe it with my thumb, making sure that it is the exact same as I remember it.
It is the exact same one. Everything down to the way the little pin at the back of it is twisted on. Everything about it, you probably haven't thought about this pin in years, a decade if not more. Now here it is right there, like it was never gone to begin with.
Ira would softly cry in that moment of finding another item of his childhood that he had lost.
Now, everyone's keeping on all their activities. Time has quickly gone by. When you arrived here was kicking into the early parts of the winter season. As more and more that time rolls by, the cold winds come in from the south. Things get a little bit quieter outside for a while. But you guys know not long pretty soon the season will end. And of course, as in most cities and even most towns, the Renewal Festival begins. But during that time, as you were all still tinker away, Torrent, so now you have something that you're ready to reveal. Do you want to hold on to that until after the festival, or do you want to? It's up to you when you want that to kind of play in.
We can do it after.
After, okay. So, Finvar, you're making your way up to Steelmere, where, again, you have reconnected with the Calrathian Peter. Now, you've been doing some training there. You said you wanted to talk to him about something that you have.
I mean, I just wanted to go see him and spend some time helping him rebuild the town or making his chores, whatever thing he needed. Basically, lending my help. And I also wanted to mention that this week, I wanted to see if the hermit was still in the town. Well, in the outside of the town.
The Hermit, okay. So, spending time around there, you have found Peter. The town itself, again, it's still much smaller than it was. Looks like they've actually burnt down a lot of the old residences. As you recall, there was some kind of a white mold infestation there. They took up the homes that they could clean, and a lot of those, like, they were half burnt down and rebuilt. But the rest of it, they've just been kind of clearing out. The hermit himself seems to have moved his way in towards the small village as well. He's still not right there in the center, but a little bit into the woods, there's a small brook, and he's built himself a little bit of a camp there. Somewhat of a dugout, but still, for some reason, he doesn't have good nearsighted vision, so once again, his home is not quite big enough for his size.
Okay, so I want to talk to him basically, just a bit, while I'm in the town.
So you walk up, he's sitting there, already looking out. Looks like he's sitting outside by his little brook, a small little thing of tea, getting hotter over a small fire.
Good day, sir.
Oh, hey, it's you. Hello, friend.
Oh,
Didn't
you
think I would
remember
see
me.
you around these parts again. Where's all your comrades?
They are in our place,
Oh.
but we're still friends. So I
It's
basically
good.
came
It's good.
to see the Peter. Do you know him? Basically, he's your neighbor, right? Or is there
No.
anyone else
I
living here?
have met the man. He's a fine fellow, not nicer than some other people used to be, but he's a bit of a quiet guy. Keeps to himself, but hard worker. He's done a lot to rebuild the town over there.
And how's the town? Has anything crawled back out of the water again? Or is it good?
Well, you know, I believe that sometimes things happen in a place, and sometimes that place is never quite good again. And this place is okay. It's manageable. The water seems just fine. The fish come up just fine. But anyone who stays around here will probably tell you to stay out of the woods at night. Nothing's happened. Don't misunderstand. We don't. But
Just
there are
Just-
plenty of times that I've gone out once or twice on my own, and well, you hear whispers, most disturbing whispers. Sometimes it's your own voice, and it's rather unsettling. Nobody's been
Okay.
taken. Nothing's gone amiss. Not up to this point, but we just
I
find it
mean-
best to not go prodding where we're not odd.
okay. I'll take note of that just in case anything happens, or I get enough energy to investigate it myself, but I don't think so.
Well, I'd recommend against it personally. So far, they keep whatever's out there bumping and banging. It keeps to itself.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to stay here for a little while, but you need something from me, or anyone of the village needs help for anything. I'm living in literally sleeping in that ditch over there. So you call me, okay?
You heard the part I said about the whispering woods. Yes, maybe sleeping outside in a ditch in the woods isn't really the best.
Oh, so that good here there is the Whispering Woods.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd like our whole area branded as such, but I suppose we could say it's the woods that whisper.
I thought it was a breeze, but okay. Okay. I'll stay to the other side of the town.
Okay. Is anything else I could do for you? It's been another interesting experience meeting you. Finvard was right.
Yeah, Finbar.
It's always an occurrence.
Okay, so goodbye.
Okay.
I'm around
Bye.
here. Okay. May I?
He
pick
turns
up,
back over to his tea. Like, the fuck
cup
is
of
going
tea?
on? I live in the middle of motherfucking Whispering Woods, which this guy just branded, and this was still the strangest thing to happen to me today. All right.
He's fine, Jasper. I see. I told you back when I came. I come to the bastion.
Plenty, right? All right. And then you're heading back over and talking to Peter.
Yeah, I basically go to Peter and say, "Have you met the hermit? I mean, he's really strange." I mean,
Yes, I admit
not-
him. He is fine. He is a nice fella. Keeps to himself. I keep to myself. Are you
Okay,
back
so-
to train? Or are you here to put some more work into your project here?
I came back to train. Yeah, I wanted to spar first. You ready?
Well, let's do it. And he goes over, grabs a big ass wooden club. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Again, I'm going to use for exaggerating purposes. Another nat 20. Wow,
And that 20 for a total of what?
Man, lucky.
24.
24. You move in quick with your stick, swing inside, smacks the mallet, or the massive club there, out the way. He brings up, steps back, right off your balance, brings it back and smacks you right in the shin, knocking you forward onto the ground there. Ugh. Little brush there, yeah. Let's go. Get up, get up.
Wow, you fight really well, but
Thank you for that, Plum.
I'm going to get up and continue fighting, learning that this man is really strong.
All right, so spending some time there, keep on swinging. Give me just give me a straight wisdom check. Just give me some wisdom.
Okay. Yeah, that's a
14. So, as you guys trained for a while there, you don't initially get what the problem is. Your attacks are coming in strong. You're faster. But eventually, as you've been whacked with the stick enough times, it gets broken down that, it's not always about he keeps on beating you because he's conserving his energy. You're rushing in. He waits for the opening. Once your trajectory is already going one direction, he just knows to go the other. And it's just kind of that learning experience there that you build more and more with him. In the meantime, after a good day of getting smacked with a stick, going back to working on your project in the back there, where you've been crafting this new armor. Now, what armor exactly you putting together?
Yeah.
Were you going with plate?
Plate armor, yeah,
Plate
with the
mithril.
mithril bars. I mean, I don't know if Peter knows anything about blacksmith, but if he does, I'm just kindly reminding him that I'm making some armor in Midway.
All right. So, and you've brought this mithril with you, right?
No, I didn't bought it with me. I just came to the town, and the smith is in Midway.
So far, you all have crafted the framing for this armor. He's got a lot of the larger parts worked out. All that it's waiting on is binding it with this mithril. The large pieces, once the mithril is added in there to fill in those gaps, far lighter than any armor should be for its size. And you'll be bringing those. Okay, you just want to make sure that we kind of got everything.
It's
Well,
not
let me get
necessary
everything.
that Peter knows anything about blacksmithing. Just the armor project is something that I made a petition in Midway to make it in a blacksmith.
Okay, so that's something you want to do separate. I thought you were working on
Yeah,
that with him.
it's separate.
Because he does,
No,
because
no,
he
no.
does know how to make armor. So if you're trying to work on armor with him, then
No, it's okay. It's going to be separate. And
keep it
if
separate,
he
okay.
knows anything, it's fine. I will note the information.
okay. So, all right, get everything rewound here. So, this time goes on. Everyone's still working away at things. A couple things are just ready to be released to the world, but the world does as it always does and keeps moving forward till eventually we reach that festive day. The season has ended, going from those cold, windy days to hot, windy days. And the festival is upon us. This is getting into the last week before the festival begins. Does anybody have anything that they want to do, establish, anything like that before we roll into the new year?
Nothing for me.
Me either.
Think it should be good.
All right. That's what I like to hear. Let me just double check something right here. Because sometimes my brain forgets things too. All right. So, with that, as the week goes on, the year officially comes to an end. Now, during this last week, you've seen things hung up all about town. They've put up signs and different stands and everything for their little games that they have going on around here. And the day finally comes. The festival has begun. Now, first off, before we get going into any of it, want to make sure, is there anybody who is going to bah humbug and stay at home because they're too cool for the Renaissance Fair, man?
If I had a chance to go to a Renaissance fair, I would.
I just went to one last weekend. So hold on. I missed all this trash you've been talking in there, Plem. See? Because I was in it in the moment. And you was beginning there talking all that shit. Alright. So, as you all step out into the town here, there are a number of things going on and a number of ways to go about them. You have everything from some small brawling tournaments. There are, of course, some dirty poetry slams, drinking, eating contests, a great hunt that happens at one point, and of course a whole area with games of the mind, every kind of card game, dice game, board game, whatever the game that you're looking to play. You also have the trial of ambition and endurance, which consists of two things: being true with your aim, with a studded arrow. Also, being able to take or dodge an arrow in return. Essentially, bows and arrows dodgeball. That's right, yeah. My wife just walked in and saw me. I'm wearing. This is what I got for the Renaissance Fair I was just talking about. That's right. This isn't my usual attire. Anyways, there's also. Okay, have fun. There is also. She threw me off here. Give me a second. Okay. All right. I know, right? Right. It's very festive. We're having a festival. It's gonna be amazing. Shh. I love you. Have fun. All right. All right. And then, at one point, there will be what is known as the Rusted Path. This is an event where people don rather cheap plated armor, are put into a barricaded off path, and behind them is released bull-sized rust monsters, which you then get to try to outrun before they entirely encapsulate and turn your entire suit into rust, leaving you a statue until the race is over. There's, of course, jousting, Dwarven struggle war, kind of a inversion of tug of war. And last but certainly not least, unless anybody else has something that they're looking for that we can always roll up here, there is the traditional climb of Renewal. Now what this is to put it in the meta terms, this is a kind of game of hot lava. Once upon a time it was had old traditions, and they started with the tradition of keeping your feet clean when going into the new year. So people would spend their days and make sure they didn't touch the floor by any means necessary. Now it's become more of a festival game where as long as you keep your feet off the floor, you're given a ribbon, a green ribbon, a magical ribbon. If your feet touch the floor, if you teleport, if you fly, the ribbon knows and it breaks. At the end of the day, so as the day starts, you have the entire city to roam. But as the day gets later, that space will get smaller and smaller until by midnight, the only space left to stand on will be the guard captain's tower. First person to the top of that tower gets to set off the final celebration of the festival and gets a special prize at the end. It's a daunting task, but and people climbing that tower have been known to get a little handsy, to say the least. But that's the way it goes. Now, where would anybody like to begin? They're gonna be like, I don't know, man. I just want to kind of go to Timber Deep and go down and see what's going on.
Guys,
There's so much to do in so little time.
I don't know which to pick. I'm kidding. Let's go gambling, right? There's dice. I mean, I haven't touched a set of dice in a whole lot of time.
Am I the only one that heard the let's go gambling? Oh, dang it. Oh,
Oh,
dang.
Dang it. Yo, that's
Am I
funny.
wrong?
That's funny. All right. So, think we're gonna start with Torin. Torin's kind of been chilling most of the session here. So Torin, where would you like to start the festivities?
I would say Torn currently is in a weird state. So I have one question though.
Of course.
The Ring of Fine Stamp. Does he talk?
Have you tried talking to him?
I'm sure I would have for the idea I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Trying to see how crazy he's going.
Rewind real quick.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
No. You're good. You're good. So this is the morning of the festival itself. Everyone's kind of getting ready and heading out. You've been poking at it a little bit there, but today's the first time that you've got any kind of reaction out of it. Not words, images. You see a massive sheet of paper with some kind of diagram, something stenciled onto it. Not entirely sure what it is, but a piece to something. That's all you get from it from there, though. It still seems, if able to talk, it seems not currently willing or ready to do so.
Well, then I guess at the festival, Torn would find some place to be able to shoot something and not get in trouble.
To shoot something and not get in trouble. You're trying to shoot your gun?
Yeah.
All right, so of course, at this point in time, your weapon is an oddity. Nobody else around here, anyways, has anything like it. Walking over, you do see a couple of fellas standing over by a small pond area where it kind of dips in. A couple of other peasants are grabbing plates and tossing them, spinning them like frisbees up in the air, and they're launching arrows up towards them. One hits, another strikes, another one misses. The last one goes up, knocks through 3 of the plates at once. Small crowd starts gathering around cheering. What do you do?
I tell him to hand a plate to everybody that is in the vicinity. And then if they tend to throw it, I'm gonna throw a shrapnel grenade up into the air.
All right.
Do we have eye protection?
not one for subtlety here, are you?
This is a splash zone, ladies and gentlemen. The splash zone. Back up a little bit. All right. So everyone has grabbed a plate here. There's about 12 individuals from the peasants there. The people just standing around cheering, plus the 5 or so contestants and other disc throwers. So you ready? This is what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
All right. They toss them all up. They spin up high. And you're tossing this grenade.
I'm gonna time it to explode in the air.
All right. Give me.
What's the roll, Jasper?
What did they roll?
I really-
Jasper got so excited.
I did not mean to interrupt. I was rolling my dice. I got a 1 and a 20.
Oh, he was rolling a
All right.
deck save real quick.
Yeah, right. He's like,
Sorry to interrupt.
getting out the way. All right. So
Why not win?
let me get. Just give me a straight dexterity roll. It's gonna be dexterity. You can add proficiency because you're fucking good with everything.
I'll add luck to it as well to give myself advantage.
Because you know he doesn't have nearly enough modifications and pluses and bonuses there without luck.
It's 24.
24.
I can't even read
Grabs
those dice.
Give me a performance check.
What the hell are those dice?
I don't know. They look awful.
Wait.
Performance? Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use luck
yeah.
again.
I was gonna ask you to roll another one anyway because I wanted to try and get a screenshot to try and read that.
Yeah. That's hang on.
Oh,
It's a natural 20, but it's -2.
So an 18.
But I'm gonna add a D10 to that roll if I can win. Even though it's a crit. I think that's a 2. Oh, that's a 3. Okay.
those
So
dice
we're
are
at
terrible.
21. 21. All right. So they toss them all up. You toss up the grenade, shrapnel grenade, and give it this nice hard twist as you do so. Now, in the normal world of physics and logic, this of course wouldn't work, but you're so expertise at that spin there that it puts enough outward momentum that when that shrapnel grenade goes off, instead of raining in every possible direction like a shrapnel grenade would do, it just kind of orbits outwards and takes out almost perfectly clean all of these plates here. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite turn them to confetti, so not a half second later, you have the entire crowd like, ah! As it's raining down chunks of fucking ceramic glass down on their heads there, and they all kind of stop for a second and look back and forth over at each other.
I picture like a seismic charge, like Boba Fett's, or Jango Fett's seismic charge from Slave One.
Yeah. All right. Well, a couple of them walk over. One guy in the back corner is laughing his ass off hysterically. He stumbles over there. He does have a pint in his hand that he's been drinking apparently since the festival started, and he is laughing his ass off as he goes over, drops a handful of silver in your hand, about 6 coins. Funniest fucking thing I've seen all day, mate. Have a good one. Yeah. And he goes and walks off in the other direction.
And as I'm walking away, I'm just gonna pull out an alchemy jug from the thing I've made
Okay.
and start chugging the 4 gallons of beer. Not all of it, but I'm gonna start chugging at it.
All right. Start of the day here, nice and rested. I assume had some kind of a breakfast. Give me a con save.
I left my ring at home.
Oh no. That's
I'm gonna
always a
use
good
luck.
idea. That's right.
I'm running
Not
out of
even an
all my
hour
luck.
into the session, he's gonna go through all these lucks and he's gonna be like, I'm not feeling so lucky all of a sudden.
I'm gonna use Indomitable. Wherever that is.
You know what's going to happen. We're going to use all the resources, and then a Tarrasque is going to show up.
Yeah. But I'm guessing an 11 fails. Because it says Indomitable, I can use it when it's on a failed saving throw.
You didn't down the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Took a couple of heavy swigs out of there. Day's just starting. Definitely enough that you start feeling a little bit of that buzz there. Now, as you guys are still kind of pushing and seeing what's going on there, Ira, down by your feet, a coin sits over right next to it. Looks like it was one of those little throwing games. Somebody looks like they must have dropped a coin here when they were coming by to play.
I pick it up along with.
Picks.
You said there was also like the thing for a throwing game.
Yeah, it looks like it's a 1 copper piece there, and there's a little throwing game, little stacked up little blocks of wood there.
Yeah, I'll pick up the copper piece.
All right. The copper piece is a simple copper piece. We haven't had any crazy ones in a while, y'all. That means that the next one has to be fucking diabolical.
And I'm guessing we've had long rests over these last few months, right?
Nah, man, you guys got to town immediately. It turned into Breaking Bad. You're all tweakers, and you haven't slept in months. You guys are just in here just, yeah, magic and shit, dude.
I'm just trying to figure out why my health was thing. I don't remember getting it. Maybe we did.
I'm still curious on how Torin's missing 5 HP. I don't even remember when that happened.
Hey, I'm missing 11. So that's why I was trying to figure it. I have nothing else used. Just 11 HP missing.
You had the flu and you were sick.
Ah, that makes sense.
All right. And Jasper, anything you're interested in going and checking out?
Yeah, a few things. I am no bard, and my performance is absolutely horrendous. But I actually did come up with a couple limericks to share with the group, and see if we can figure out which one might be a little bit better. And then after that, maybe I'll see if Finbar is interested in doing the rusted path, the running of the bulls, or running of the rust monsters.
Nice. All right, give me 1 second. So,
Plate armor.
That looks really dangerous, Jasper.
Come on, it's time to let loose.
I have way too many expensive items to be doing that.
I mean, if they let me
All right.
run in straight with the armor and that's it.
So we have Jasper. Does anybody else have a limerick they would like to share? We have 2 contestants already up there, and then you have Jasper going and joining off beside them. Now, and all that. Okay. Now, is anybody else going up there with him, or is it going to be just Jasper?
I'm staying down in the public, but cheering Jasper, and that's it. Like only Jasper.
I'll cheer on Jasper. My
right.
linguistic skills are not that great.
Jasper, you get the
Yep.
coin toss. Do you want to go first or last?
This first time I'll go first. Then maybe on my second one I'll go last.
Oh, okay. I don't have that many poems ready. I'm not that poetic.
No worries. I'll do one, you do one, I'll do the other one, and we'll just have a little fun.
All right, for sure.
Hey Finbar, I point to the stands and I motion you to stand.
Me?
Yeah.
And I stand up. Jasper, you're the best.
I say a dashing young fighter named Finver would rather a ditch after dinner. He'd snooze in the mud and like a moss-covered spud, wake on the morn a lot thinner.
All right.
That's me,
What around-
Jasper, you're the best, Jasper.
Everybody's quite fond of that. So, taking the moment there, a couple people start tossing a few coins on this little platform they have. You step off to the side. Behind you, a little dwarven man, white and red beard, coming down off his chest there. Steps
Santa?
forward. The name is Ensul Inkvan, and this is my poem. There once was a lass from South Harvik, whose drape did not matcheth her carpet. Her head she did dye, like the darkest night sky, but her crotch was as fiery as a hell pit.
That's way better than mine. I give him a vote.
Round of cheers there. A couple of coins go up for him, and he steps off to the side. Final contestant steps up there. A woman looking to be maybe in her 40s or so. My name is Britta Rosenthal, and this is my poem. She looks over towards the dwarf off to the side with a mean set of eyes. There once was a sadly old blowhard, whose manhood would only stay so hard. I'd tickle and play, still limpid would stay, but he moved his tongue like a bard.
That's a good one too. Love it. Love it.
All right, y'all. I know I'm. Give me a second. I don't know what's wrong with me. You're muted, Jasper.
Yeah, changing my vote to Britta.
All right. All right, so we're gonna take a second there. Let's see. Matter of fact, so we can get everything else kicking off fresh here. How much time are you gonna give it? Go ahead and I'm gonna throw the vote over there, right inside. Now, while that vote is going on, that's when we're gonna go ahead and take a very quick break. When we come back, we will find out who is the winner of the poem thing there. My vote is also no, my vote's for Jasper. Fuck those two. That is the ramblings of a DM who had far too much time on his hands at the time. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. Come back for the festival. That'll give the players here to decide, because I know I've thrown so much in front of them. It's like those kids when they step into Willy Wonka's magic chocolate factory, right? And it's like, oh, where do I start? You know, they just, anyways. All right. So BRB. Trying to change our music. There we go. Everybody, my bad, y'all. No. All right, everybody. We are coming back in. We will reveal the answer to the poll there. I think most everybody might have seen it, but otherwise, we'll go ahead and take care of that in just a second. First off, I did promise at the beginning of the session here a hot take for the night, and this is again building off of kind of last week's hot take, and tonight's hot take is pretty plain and simple, and that is that rolling dice is not like the point of role-playing games. Like, the roll is ROLE, not ROLL. Like, I get it. We love rolling dice, and there's so many opportunities for it. Because, again, last week the take was that if you're not going to have critical successes for a skill check, then why even make them do the roll if they cannot possibly meet the DC? That was my argument. Just if they can't meet it, then don't do it. You can still resolve it. And everyone was like, oh, well, then you're not giving them the opportunity and everything like that. And my whole thought to it is, I think that's kind of, in my opinion, at least the way I do things, a fundamental misunderstanding of what it takes to move things forward. Everyone's like, oh, you have to roll the dice to see what happens. No, we can, because you know they're going to fail. So what having that dice fail changes how you're going to respond to, oh, the next thing that happens, you fail and this happens, right? You know it's going to fail. So whether you roll the dice or not, you're going to say the same thing. At least what I'm doing in that case is I'm offering the opportunity to say, hey, this isn't going to work. If they still want to do it, they can still try and then deal with whatever goes on from there. But we can still resolve forward because it's a collaborative game. It's about bouncing things back and forth, right? So I say this happens, they say that happens, and we go on and on. The dice are there for when we're unsure about things. If I'm not sure what's going to happen, if I'm not sure if that is possible, when you're making an attack, when you're trying to talk to somebody who you're on okay terms with, you're kind of trying to make a deal, but they're a little unsure, so you're trying to be a little extra persuasive and such like that. And I think you're within a range to possibly convince that person. But if you're like, hey man, you should give me all your wares and I'll totally tell all my friends about your place and that's going to work out great for you, I don't need to make a check there. I also don't need that because people say like, oh, well, maybe they roll high on their persuasion and he thinks it's a funny joke. I can just do that. I can just do that and roll with it. Now, some might disagree. Who knows? I don't know. I just think that, like dice, you get so much doing that. If you're not rolling a lot of dice, then you're not really taking opportunities there. But sometimes it's okay to just kind of let things play out more organically between you and the player. That's my whole thing. Now, again, it is 420, so I'm halfway just kind of ranting here. I'm going to get off the soapbox. I'm going to bring in the group here. If any of them disagree, I would love, absolutely love to hear it. But thoughts? Does anybody have any thoughts on the hot take for the evening? Agree, disagree? Am I crazy? Am I the crazy one? If you are, my wife tells me I'm the crazy one. I insist it's her. So if I'm really the one who doesn't get it, please someone let me know.
I think that's not even a hot take. I think you're crazy because it's a cold take. I mean, that's straight out of the DMG. So I think you're spot on.
Thank you. See? And I was looking for devil's advocates, and even our OG, the great wise Jasper here, agrees that sometimes you just let the story play. You can feel it. You know when things are right, and you know if something's wrong, right? To me, it's about communication. I think sometimes it's easier to leave it up to dice than to kind of communicate and kind of feel out the player, and the player feels you out like, oh, is it something like this? Could I try this? Or I don't know about that, but maybe you could do this, and you bounce ideas back and forth, and you two together are shaping that moment. And then you let it play out from there. And then eventually something comes up where it's like, okay, you weren't able to jump up that wall, but now you're falling off a fucking cliff. Maybe I could try to do an acrobatics. Okay, maybe you might can do that. And now something's happening. You just roll forward. Shit happens, you know? Again, I have other hot takes. Some of them are going to be more hot takes. They're going to be hotter than that because Jasper just made it clear that that hot take was a mild take. That was barely zesty. But again, it was in rebuttal to the previous one because some folks got upset. Some people get bent out of shape. I had one guy say that I was the worst. You must be a horrible. Hey man.
Hey, I saw that comment on the YouTube.
Did you see it? Did you see? I thought it was funny. I'm like, hey man, like, you know, maybe.
I'm just going through
Who
YouTube
knows?
shorts, and all of a sudden you pop up, and it's like, what the hell? I know this guy.
Here's the thing, you never know. Maybe I am a bad DM. Who knows? But I have fun, and people come back to my game. So as long as that works, hey, I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, right? Anyways, we're not gonna get into the salty territory. We're gonna keep on moving. So what we have here, getting back in the session, of course, it is the festival, and the polls are in. Now, Britta was a crowd favorite, but at the end there, Jasper did squeak out the win. The cheers rain in for him as everyone celebrates steps up. Man walks over, little pillow on the top of it, a long golden term for it. The feather pens, the ink pens.
A quill?
Quill, that's the fucking word. A nice solid golden quill as your prize. And with that, they open up the floor here for a kind of a open poem session. So, Jasper, I believe you have another one here for us.
I
And
do, and it's not so spicy. So
all right, let's hear it.
not so good. It's too bad Ragnar's not here, but I did want to say that Ragnar spent an evening with Jarl Skona. Flowers, silks, far from a coma. Now he'll be a dad, for good or for bad, and nevermore can claim, I don't even know her.
Where's the button? I'm clipping that just to send it over to Ragnar.
Yeah, he needs it.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Poor Ragnar.
Better get some love. And
Texas
then
strays.
Not even here for the
Dadnar.
rebuttal.
I'm not brave.
I believe we had another one looking to step up to the little announcer mic there.
Yeah, Torin will step up with his very low charisma. And
Rather surprising. Everyone kind of looks around. Not exactly the look of a bard, though Jasper doesn't really fit the depiction either. So everyone
Torin's
gets
had
kind
a
of
lot to drink from his alchemy jug.
hushed as you step up onto the little platform there. Go for it.
There once was a Finvar sleeping in ditches, while Ira went swimming with the fishes. Jasper dealt with a hag, Torin blew up a bag, the oddest of traveling bitches.
Oh yes. Yes. Yes, I
That one is
love it.
excellent.
Oh, I think that's amazing.
I'm gonna
And
hand over that feathered pen to you. That was an amazing one.
that is
Sorry,
definitely
Jasper,
getting marked
if
for
I
the
go for
archives.
Post
Wonderful.
that in chat if you don't mind, or our a group chat or something. There it is. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you.
Jasper's getting that tatted on his back later on, yo. Get him
We are the
drinking enough.
Moonblades, but our alternate name is the Traveling Bitches.
Slay.
All right. So, with that, a couple more move through and give their poetic offerings. I have no more for you. But yeah, there's still the whole rest of the event here. There's the area you guys are in are kind of in the mind game areas with all the board games, the poems, the this, the that. And then the other side of town has the more athletic events. What's everyone looking to do? Ira, what do you want to get into?
I'd be more interested in maybe some of the board games and the card games.
What card game are you looking to play? Board game you're looking to play?
Oh,
You can see everything set up there. They have the dice set up, dragon chest, cards, 3 dragon ante. It's all ready to go. They're sitting around. The card games are a bit more hectic there. A lot of burlier fellas who come in from some of the surrounding areas this time of the year just to gamble away, sitting over there with their thick rolled tobacco smokes.
I think I'll take my chances with the dragon chess.
All right. Goes and has a seat over there. Things set up. Doesn't take long before, once you sit down, soon enough someone comes over and sits off beside you or across from you, sets down a stack of 3 gold on the table, looks to you, looks to the stack,
I'll match it.
sets it on there, and with that, puts out the little back and forth little timer clock there. Put it up one way, a little thing slowly rolls down that side till they tap it again. It rolls back the other way. Looks in at you. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check. Remember, if you are proficient in dragon chess, then you get to add your proficiency to that.
That would just be under tools, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not proficient in that. Alrighty, wisdom check.
But he's very wise.
16.
16. So 16 with that, you scan over him. He takes a piece, knocks out one of yours. Couple moves again. One moment you think you have a bit of a stalemate going, but he breaks through. Go and give me another check.
23.
23. You move across. At first, you look like you're going to lose there. You only have a few of your pieces left, but you see that he got a little too cocky. Started moving things across the board he shouldn't have when he thought he had all his defenses just right. One slide right across the board. He's in trouble. Tries to get out of it. One more piece slides across. He's locked in, nowhere to go. You win. The coin is yours. He looks up at you, stands, walks away. A moment later, another player steps over before you pick up the coin stack there. He looks at you, pulls out 6 coins. He looks down and waits for a nod.
I'll nod. I'll test my luck. I'll test to see if that was luck or skill.
He sits down, sets the stack next to yours, gets the board set back up. Give me your check.
$17.
17. He slides a piece over. You do the same. Bit of back and forth going on there, but something a little off there in the back. He keeps on changing. You're not quite sure. He keeps on somehow drawing your attention one way with his movements, but every now and then you look up and see the board seems to be wrong. Once you realize anytime he moves off one to the left, he's switching pieces around, cheating to the right. Disqualified. He's quickly drug out of there. Coin goes to you. Another walks over. Looks down at your coin. Looks down at his hand. He has 3. Shakes his head and walks away. A moment later, another... excuse me. A moment later. Fuck. A moment later. Gotta get that smooth baritone going. All right, a moment later, another gentleman walks over, stops, steps back, looks down at you, looks at your coin there, opens his bag, reaches in, pulls out 12 of his own, sits down, sets a stack there. Looks to be a bit of a primpy fella. He's got the ruffles on the ends of his shirt there. Half powdered face. He's certainly here from Harvick for the gambling.
I'll nod
Sets the
to
board back up. Go ahead and give it a roll.
19.
19. He slides pieces quickly. Every time you move one way, he's already responding another way. Every time you think that you break through with your pieces in one point, he lets you go and you think, oh, he missed something, but no. He's crushing you from the opposite side. You all go back and forth for a while there till it seems half his board is still forward and charging, just there while you're back to your last little reserves. Go ahead and give me one more roll.
A final 10.
Like Hannibal in the Alps, they come from all sides. He stands up, scoops the coins into his bag, looks down at you with a and walks off there. Now, are you going to spend more time there, or are you going to ride off and do something else with the group?
I think with that, I'll walk off and rejoin up with the group.
All right, Finbar. What catches your fancy at this here festival?
I'm watching the dice roll. I'm at this point. I'm trying to hold my nerves to separate myself from the group and gamble all my gold in the festival. But I'm staying with the group because I know Jasper wants to participate in the Rust Monsters event. So I'm going to stay.
So you're just kind of looking over at the dice, resisting going over there to play.
Yeah.
All right, and then
right now,
what's the group pushing on together now? Now, is everybody staying together, or you guys think Torin is kind of off on his own? He went down towards the little pond there, and he was showing out. Now he's kind of wandering the fair here a bit, the festival. The rest of the group, are you three locked in together? And what are you guys moving to go and do now? Let me know if you need a rundown of the list real quick again.
How about the Rusted Path?
Rusted Path? Ira, you joining? Or
Yeah, I'll join for the Rusted Path.
you're
'Cause they provide armor, right?
They do. It is very, very cheap armor. It is iron. It is heavy. It is not comfortable. So going there and getting it all set up there. Now, this basically takes you to the very edge of the northern side of town, where you can see that these wall logs been built and blockade everything off. Standing at the top of it, they've built kind of ladders and such that people are standing over the edge and looking down at the center of this path that stretches down from the top of down through and ending at the bottom of Midway. Behind it, you can see a blocked off section, large wooden door that goes into kind of a burrow behind it. You can hear rustling on the other side of. Right beside it, tents are set up, ready to equip anybody who is looking to go for this particular run. Who is donning thine armor?
I am.
I will.
I also will.
All right.
I will watch from a distance.
All right. So wandering through town, eventually you spot them over at the tent, getting these very ugly, very somehow looking like dull metal Lego people. They're wearing this big boxy armor here and stepping out into the middle. Now,
As we're getting dressed, I'll say, Finvar, you are our secret weapon, so we're relying on you now.
I'll try to stay close.
Okay.
people are already excited. Can already see everyone gathering up around the armor, people standing all in the center. You can see there's not a whole lot of room. It's about anywhere from 15 to 20 feet wide at any given point, which seems like plenty, but when you have what looks to be 24 armored individuals bouncing back and forth, ping-ponging off each other, trying to get down this space, might be a little hectic. Now, what we're gonna do here as they get everything ready, someone steps out over one of the top railings there, something in their hand. They break it, and a flare of green light flashes. When it does, you can hear behind you those doors snap open. From inside comes rushing these large bull-sized beetle-like creatures, looking somewhere between salmon and red from top to bottom, like rust. You can see where there used to be jaws and mandibles at the side. Those have all been removed and capped over, but their long antennae still stretch out ahead of them, and they go rushing towards the group. Let me get an athletics check from everybody as you go rushing off.
Okay, I'm going to use then one of my points of channel divinity to use fearless athlete again. So that's with advantage. Oh, so like
I got a 19.
You got heroic inspiration, Jasper?
okay, I got a 21. It's athletics, right?
It is athletics.
Wait, do we get anything from being near you, Finvar, or no?
No, it's only for saving throws.
Saving throws, okay.
All right.
D&D Beyond hates me today.
Oh no.
9.
So
I was relying on
as
our
soon as it
speed.
burst open there, Finvar goes dipping out as much as he can, doing half a wobble, half a hop as he's bouncing back and forth there like a penguin on crank. Meanwhile, Ira takes off as well, not quite keeping the same pace, but doing his best to get going. Now, the ground beneath you is some parts of it are dry dirt, sections of the actual road itself. This is not built on a road. This is built winding through town. So some parts are muddy, some parts are little hilly and this and that rocky. Meanwhile, Jasper goes take a couple of steps there, steps in to a thick little puddle of earth there. Water locks in around the boot and he trips, falls over half prone, goes trying to make his way up as the group is all running past him. Let me get a dexterity save with disadvantage since you are prone. As one of these things is running up behind you, you can see its antennas spreading out, trying to whip down at you.
I'm rolling doubles all night. So with disadvantage, 28. Roll 2 19s.
Oh, nice. Okay, so with that, it goes whipping down. You pull your leg out of the puddle where it was stuck. It smacks right beneath it. You can even see, even in the ground there, whatever little bit of alloy is in, it starts to simmer a little bit. And there's little flakes of orange in the dirt where it's left at. You go rushing onwards. Everybody, let me get another round of those athletics checks.
We are definitely relying on Finvar's aura of alacrity to help add our movement speed.
Yeah, because the rolls are not helping everyone.
I got a 9.
I'm going to use a lucky
Hey.
point on this one.
18 for me.
Yeah, 20 for me.
All right. So at this point, you find your stride. You're getting going much faster there. Finvar is still off ahead, just ting 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 ting, running like the best little metal boy, and he is dipping out. Ira at this point, though, one of the other contestants runs by, bumps against you, kind of bounces you off the wall, leaves you turning, falling to your back there. Again, half prone, trying to get back to your feet. When one of the things there, the one that you had managed to dodge there, as you leaned to one side of it, it went off to the other and over towards Ira. Ira, give me a dexterity save, disadvantage.
Oh!
Natural 1.
It smacks down across the whole hip section of your armor and it starts rusting over. You get back up and you're moving as best you can. It's kind of right on your tail there, though. As it does, you can already see some of the rust flaking off, and it stops in that little corner, starts licking it off out of the dirt. You're running again. Everybody give me another round.
Straight rolls.
8.
18.
13
Finbar.
for me.
13 for you. All right, so they push forward there. Jasper is I know how to fucking do this. Ching, 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 ching. And all of a sudden, even at this point, you're seeing him just go running past you there, Finvar. Is catching up, dipping out. You slip back a little bit. One of the things runs up behind you, catching up, swings its antenna. Straight roll, but dexterity save.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's a 25. to save.
Nice. So it whips down one side. You feint step, slide to the other, and dip out there, leaving it kind of back, confused as to how it even missed. Back on the other side there, that rusted over hip is really messing you up there. You're getting slowed down at the side. Give me another, as you kind of fall down, one of your knees starting to drag there, half prone again. So it is dexterity save with disadvantage.
A 4.
As you're using one of your hands trying to lift yourself back up, it comes and whips across the back shoulder there. So now that arm is frozen like this. So now you're getting up. You have your right leg frozen at the hip, your right arm frozen up, stuck like this, and you're just halfway wobbling off as best you can. Let me get another round, gentlemen.
$11.
11.
Oh,
Oh, wait a second.
that was so
down.
cool. Not
So-
20 for me.
Ira, you're managing to stay on your feet at least, but you're not quite getting any real distance. Another one runs up there, takes a swing. Go ahead and give me dexterity, but not at disadvantage this time.
Up 3.
A 3. And with that, two of them come in from both sides of you. You can actually see it inside of the armor plating as it rubs across the helmet there, and all of a sudden you can't turn your neck, and then the shoulders, and then anything, and now you're stuck. All you can see is out that little slit there, unable to move. You can feel as another one of them rushes by, turns, stops. You can just barely see as it leans up, and what appears to be a long tongue that it's dragging out and sliding across the outside of the armor. Now, Finvar, you saw Jasper moving, you're like, nah, fuck that. Tink, 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 tink. Jasper saw you coming, tries to dig in, miscalculates that step there, slides, lands straight down. Give me a dexterity save with disadvantage.
Yeah. Another nat 1.
So as you're falling down, face flat, trying to get yourself back up, it comes and rubs one right across the backside there. So you get frozen about I'd say maybe like 72 degrees in that direction. So now as you're running, you look like some kind of a Tyrannosaurus as you're trying to go as best as you can. And let me go ahead and get another round of these here from everyone except, unfortunately, for Ira. Ira, you are a statue.
No.
Could I wild shape into like a spider just to get out of the armor and get out of there?
I don't see why not. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just get out of there. I don't need to be licked all over. They can have the armor.
So you crawl out of it, and as you can see at this point, as you step up and look behind you, there is literally just a line of these statues going behind you that they're all kind of stopped and looking at and picking at and everything. Again, they have no actual pincers, so they can't seem to bite through anything. All right, and then Jasper with a 10, and
No, a dirty 20. You said athletics
oh,
check.
oh,
right?
okay. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Dirty 20.
That was the last one I see it. And
And they
Finvar.
roll a 13 again.
All right. So, at this point, you're running, but I don't know what it is about this position. Maybe they didn't teach us in school. Maybe there's a reason that the Tyrannosaurus ran in such a way, but you are basically doing this half Naruto run as you're leaning
Naruto run,
forward and
yeah.
just digging in. Woof. And there you go, zipping past. It's not even so much that you really so much stumble or anything. It just kind of catches you off guard as all of a sudden here comes Jasper on your right. And you're slow down a little bit, but you don't catch the one that was right behind him that sees you and swings. Go ahead and give me dexterity save.
Wow.
Oh,
That 20. I mean, I'm
Dodges
getting
that.
all the luck in the group. Because this is
Manages to dodge that. So you are right behind Jasper there. I need one more athletics check. Finvar, you need to beat him
We're the
by
only
at
ones.
least 2.
You guys got this.
He had
That will
a
be
step
hard.
ahead of you. You got to beat him by 2.
Oh,
I'll
it's
use a lucky
tricky
point
because
since he's
that's cheating.
cheating. You've got advantage already, man.
It's my
Oh,
last
no,
thing,
you got
okay?
it. I rolled
Yeah.
another identical roll here.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, Finbar deserves it anyway. Yep. He kept us going. Our secret
So-
weapon.
With that, as you all go rushing through there, crowd, of course, goes wild for Finbar. Everyone's clapping off, going crazy there. Behind you, you kind of pop in. Second place, still great. Looking around, takes a couple of seconds there before 2 more contestants come running back up there. Everybody else is in the back, all, well, hardened out. They're already going back there with pikes and everything, kind of herding them back towards the cell, the holding thing for these creatures. So they're pushing them out of there, and people come along soon enough to chisel the losing contestants out of their armor. Fortunately for you, your guys' druid is quite clever and found his own way out. Someone is going to open that and freak the fuck out. That is going to be someone's what happened to...
That's
Yeah.
a surprise for later.
That's a surprise for later. Next time you guys walk past this stand and you hear, oh, what the hell? You know exactly what it was. But that ends that out. Now, coming over and handing off with that. With that, they step over and give you a solid golden bull.
Like a statue or
Yeah, like a little bust.
Beauty.
really beautiful, but I don't know. Well, it's okay. And I'm going to put it in my bag.
They're like, yeah, of course it's okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
We could put it in the bastion.
I wanted to pet the rust monsters. They're so cute without the mandibles.
And then one guy's like, oh, well, I don't have much petting going on. Race is over. They're going to put those ones down.
It's a shame I ended first.
All right. Now, Torn, anything caught your eye out there? Watching them play their games?
No, I'll probably just join them on the next one, whatever they decide. So just Torn's in a different headspace than usual, so he's just kind of
Yeah,
going with the
yeah.
flow.
Absolutely. All right. So, who has somewhere they would like to go? Someone wants to go something, call it out, or I'll start. I feel like the feel like my middle school teacher. Someone would like to volunteer, or I'll call out a name.
Let's go gambling.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Trying to enlist everyone for one last game of chance here and do the medieval dodgeball.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, let's go play dodgeball.
That
Dodge
sounds fun.
arrow. I don't know how it's said here, but
All right.
Sounds
You're
fun
pretty
either way.
dexterous, so yeah.
So
Quick question before we
What's
go.
up?
Can the gauntlets absorb force damage?
I think that was the upgrade that we put on them with the Calum stone, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just didn't know. If they
Or
could
that
do
was
force
that was
damage.
technically physical damage, which because I say it's absorbing kinetic damage and converting it into force damage, right? Isn't that how you have it set?
I
Or is it
believe
adding
so, but
additional
it's like,
physical?
It doesn't add additional. I don't. It just basically converts it to a
Okay.
different thing. So yeah, I was just gonna add flare to it and use Hunter's Mark on myself, damage myself with Hunter's Mark and absorb the force damage, to be able to enchant the gloves of force when we go play dodgeball.
Which persona is that? Where that's how they're. See.
Yeah, I could just shoot you with magic missile if you want force damage.
This is the wrong date for such big, bold questions.
It's the perfect day because I might get the answer I want.
Which is unfair, taking advantage of the DM because you know it's only because I'm confused and I'm only like 65% sure what the fuck you're talking about. So I'm doing the math and I'm like, do I want to try to figure it out or just let him have what he wants?
Basically,
Anyways.
if we're playing dodgeball, I want to convert the blunt damage, the bludgeoning, to force damage. If there is any damage. I'm just kind of
Okay.
having an idea, that's all.
So it's either illogical or I can't make any sense of it. So I'm just going to say, sure.
Nice.
And we'll see what effects
One in
that
doubt,
have.
yes, and.
Yes, and there we go. That's what we're gonna do in that situation. Yes, and see y'all, and we didn't even need to roll for it. All right, so yeah, so the games are set up here. Over on one side there is a log. On the other side there is another log. These logs are about 30 feet away from each other. You climb up and stand at the top of said log. The opponent does the same. They will then take turns firing blunted arrows at each other. Whoever, at the end of 3 rounds, has the highest difference, which means your points are gained by how much their AC is versus what your attack roll is, not the damage that you roll. So how clean of a shot you get on them is what you get points for. So if their AC is a 15 and you roll a 20, then that's 5 points. And we calculate at the end. Now, there are a couple of just side players there, standing up on logs waiting for challengers. A couple on the other side. One, you see arrow fly straight through, make it through the guy's helmet, and pretty sure stick him in the eye right before he falls off the damn log. He was quickly rushed out and seen to, don't worry. But what are you all doing? Are you guys looking to round off against each other?
I don't. Either way is fine by me. I think we might sweep the. If we're allowed to use our own armor, I think we might sweep the competition. But up to you guys.
If we make
Did I not mention that this is no armor, and you're using basic arrows. I think I forgot that part. Yeah. So it is armor unequipped. You can wear anything but something that covers your chest. And they give you short bows. Basic short bows to fire with.
I'm down.
You like
I'd
that?
say group up because you guys have monster dexes.
I'm down.
Oh, I wanted to square up with Torrin about
All right,
explosive.
no, that's fine.
But
Well,
it's okay,
there has to be
we'll-
eliminations there, so
Let's do it.
if all 4 of you are going up, there's about 4 other contestants up there. So
Now, you say
first round against the NPCs, and then you guys have to knock each other off.
Okay.
So basically, our AC is 10 plus our dex. Is there any bonuses with no armor at all? You said, right?
No armor, so you can't have a shield up there. You cannot have anything that would be like chest armor or anything like that. You got to be bare chested to take the blow. It's an endurance thing.
10 plus dex.
10 plus dex. Yeah, perfect.
But anything beyond that, bracers, anything like that. I don't know if I think somebody has bracers of defense. I'm pretty sure. I thought those were in there somewhere.
Oh, that's cheating.
Well, I mean, not like they're over here
Okay,
patting me
fine.
down for magic items. The rules are what they are. That's how it's printed on the big clotheth
Yeah, we can
right
do
outside
that,
of the
we-
contest. All right. So, let's see who's going first here. That's going to be Jasper. Jasper, your opponent is off to the other side there. This man, you're not even sure how he managed to get up this damn log. He looks like he should have been at the bottom cutting this damn thing down and carrying the motherfucker home. But he's up there with his bow. In a weird way, he's got almost a Cupid type thing going on between his size and the size of the bow itself. But he is ready, and it is your shot first.
Let's shoot. I don't have that, so I'm just going to roll a d20 and add my dex plus and proficiency bonus too, right? So,
Yeah.
oh crap! I only rolled a 12.
12. 12 flings over, flies over the shoulder. Sways a little bit there, and then pulls up, takes his shot, comes in with an 18. It's 18.
Oh, of course that hits. Yeah, my dex is
Hits.
13, so we got 5 points.
5 points. Your next shot.
Well, let's just straight roll it. No, actually, I'll do it with advantage.
Risen, you said this was just a short bow, right?
Yeah,
Just what now?
We used a short
Yeah,
bow.
it's a short bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16.
16. 16 hits. And because math is hard.
Yeah.
I'm
What's his
trying to
AC?
remember.
I'm tracking it here.
That is 3 points to you.
Okay.
Fires off again. That comes in with
And
a
no,
10.
no cloaks, right?
The rule is chest, abdomen exposed.
Okay, because I do have that cloak of displacement.
So who's up there?
But he rolled a 10, you said, right? That
Roll
would
a
be,
10.
Yeah, my AC is 13.
All right. That's it. He's looking at you with a smirk. Take your final shot.
Yeah, well, let's do a straight one, see what happens. Is this single elimination, by the way? Just to get the rules down.
It is.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's just do a straight roll, see what happens. 20. Dirty 20.
That is certainly a hit. with 7 points. And that goes over and thumps him right in the forehead. He almost falls off the log there. He fires off again. Still a little wobbly from the thump and from the displacement there. Fires off, it looks right down the middle, but goes right over your head.
Sweet.
Round of applause there as he drops down, grabs, and almost slides down the fucking thing like a bear. Next up, Torin.
These logs are elevated, right?
These logs are elevated.
Perfect.
Most devious motherfucker. Always up to some bullshit. All right. So, as you get up to the top there, this is a rather slender fella. He's got what I can only describe as more of a ballet pose at the top of the tree, standing on his tippy toes with his... He almost, from a certain angle, almost has a swan thing going on the way he pulls the bow back. It is your shot first, though.
Okay, first attack. I'm gonna make
First
it a
attack.
push attack. Superiority dice.
Hey,
Great.
hey,
30,
referee,
20.
that's cheating. That's cheating, referee.
It's actually just a tactic. It's not really like any sort of ability or anything. It's just a tactic.
If you use it on me, I'm going to cry out. Another referee.
How far does it push?
It pushed, so he has to make a save. It is a, let me find it, sorry. DC 17 strength saving throw. Or be pushed,
DC 17 strength.
or be pushed 15 feet.
Jesus Christ. Which he does not make. So, first shot that this guy is standing up there, very ready, eyes sharp, piercing at you. You almost nonchalantly pull the bow back, let go, it twists off. Wind catches it just right, and it hits him hard, straight in the forehead, where it throws him back. All of a sudden, he is flying 15 feet. Sounds perfectly reasonable when you are talking about 15 feet that way, but when you add in the overall arching nature of gravity and standing up higher, he goes a bit further than such from the 15-foot motherfucking pole that he was standing atop, smacking a couple of other ones on the way down there, and
Wiping out the competition.
being taken out of there on a stretcher. Victory through forfeit due to inability to continue. Hope
And
you're
I'll just-
real proud of yourself, Torin.
I'll just hover down.
Real, real proud of yourself. Let's see who's next.
I was built for this.
Finvar, you're up.
Shoot. Who's my opponent? Is it zombie guy
So
or?
standing over at the other side is, I mean, a jester, a clown, a mime, really. Standing at the other end there, the bow is almost hilariously painted like a child's toy, a little bit smaller even, but apparently functional, rather than studded ends or blunted ends. It's got little sticky things at the end of it there.
Rev, that's permitted. I mean, I'm going to grab my dagger and say, I can throw this thing and that's it, okay?
As long as they don't pierce or hurt intentionally, then it's allowed. Or would you... Now that would not be allowed. You would be forfeit.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to play by the rules and I'm going to shoot him. It's a blunder arrow.
Watch
Go
it
for
be
it.
a pixie.
It's a +8 for me. So
damn.
12.
12. Flies over. He is over there miming it out. Matrixing. Leaning far further back than is reasonable at the top of this pole here, and then getting back up there, and then it draws its bow. Pulls it back.
Get the tiny
19.
violin of short bows.
19.
19.
So he has 3 points. Macy is 15.
All right. Here we go.
I mean, he hit me, so I'm a little angry right now. So, again. Okay, that's better. That's 19.
19 does in fact hit. And we'll give you 4 points. All right. He takes it and it leans back up, pulls a little bow out. This time grabs it with the teeth, pulls it back, lets go. That one comes with the nat one and just barely comes out and drops down to the ground.
What? Why do I have to pick always the strangest opponents?
Because you tend to go third. My third time around, man, I'm just getting weird, bro. That's how it goes.
Okay, that's a
Nice.
23.
23. Boom. Fires off there. That one hits him straight in the mouth. It actually manages to draw a little blood that leaks out over the white mime face paint. Is it 23? So that is 8 points. With that, he pulls it out, leans forward, holding it with one hand. His back leg reaches way over and grabs the bow with his toes, pulls it back, fires off. With an 11, though, it flies over, sticks to the pole just below you. Griff comes over, counts it out. Victor. And the actual mime fellow looks over at you, sad face, grabs onto an imaginary rope, but then actually seems to slide down an imaginary rope before heading back off into the festival.
I mean, I'm not even celebrating. I'm just confused about the match.
Good, good. Ira is the last one up at the top there. Now,
I
Ira,
love this.
your opponent looks to be a dwarf. Don't know. He had about as much trouble as the first fella getting up here to the top, but you can see he's got his climbing gear put on there. His bow is, it almost looks like a deconstructed crossbow, like he just ripped off the trigger button, he's just pulling at the cord there. But he is ready to go. You have first shot.
Alrighty. Dirty 20.
That is going to hit, and that's going to give you 6 points. He takes that one, smacks him, and he gets that little dwarven little look on his face, and you see his little whiskers just. And then he grabs it, pulls hard in a way that does not make any sense for a bow at all. He's not so much pulling back as he's more using it like a damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Basilisk? Not
I was
sure.
thinking more like, are you saying like more like a mortar? Ballista?
What's it? Ballista, that's it. Fucking firing it off there. Coming in with an 11. Does 11 hit?
My armor class is 11.
Is 11, so just barely hit. No points, though. So goes over and it grazes before it just kind of falls off to the side there. Wrestles some more, gives it the old crazy eyes. Your roll again.
Oh, 8.
8 there. That one fires off and he just leans out the way there. You can see his little side at the top of his head, bald as can be, but his little side very longer than they need to be. Little sideburns there flip up and the arrow goes right between it.
Put the spotlight away.
Fires off again. Okay. With a 6, is not going to get anything either. No hits on round 2. Your shot.
God damn. Oh, 14.
14 just hits, but no points. Grabs his, fires off again. And he's going to come in with a 4. No points.
Hey.
So they stand there. Victor. Now.
Well played.
Finbar, I think you get your wish here.
Whoa.
So here's how we're going to do this.
The cheater.
We have 4 here. So on this first roll, Torin, you're 1, Jasper 2, Finvar 3, Ira 4, 2. Jasper is going up against Torin, you're 1 and 2, Finvar 3 and 4, Ira 5 and 6. Jasper and Ira, and then Finvar and Torin.
Why am I standing? No, I don't want to play on story.
So first up, Ira already being at the top there. They wave for Jasper to make his way to the top of his pole. Now,
Yeah.
being the one with the lower points on the tally there, you get first pick on who goes first there, Ira. You go first or second?
I'll be gracious and grant it to Jasper.
All right, Jasper, first shot is yours.
All right.
I'm happy to go against you. I saw what happened to the guy Torin fought.
Yeah.
A fight? That wasn't even a fight.
For once, there's going to be a reasonable reason for Finvar to wake up in a fucking ditch.
Yep. 19.
What happened?
for
What
me.
happened? Where'd they go?
Okay,
Where'd they go?
Armor class 11, so what's that, 8?
8. Yeah.
Got 8 on Jasper. All right.
I'm gonna go for my shot. 15.
That hits. My AC is 13.
So for 2.
So
Yep.
2 for Ira.
That normal wizard AC right there.
Yeah.
I like this one. They're gonna start doing that. Watch. They're gonna start doing this shit at camp and like in between fucking. Man, watch y'all. I bet you I could beat you at fucking.
Yeah.
All right, Jasper.
Let's roll. Oh, total miss. 10.
11.
Oh, wait, hold
Alright.
on. I forgot I have stuff here. Where's my buttons?
You
go?
rolled 11. So we both
No,
missed?
I haven't rolled. I was saying my armor
Oh
class.
yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. Good.
Ooh, 22.
So
22.
that would be 9 points for you.
Ira, your AC is my plus to hit.
Shut up! I need you to. That's why I want to lose to Jasper, and now I'm winning.
You got how
Yeah,
many points
yeah.
there?
I'm at 9 points to Jasper's 8.
You got 9 on that one. Oh, you're at 9 or you got 9?
I'm at 9. I got 7
Okay.
there.
I
Sorry.
just want to make sure I got it right.
So I know I'm going to lose the next round, and Ira could pull this out, but I'm going to use my Portent die. And notice I haven't been using my cloak against you, but I'm
Oh,
using my
shoot, I
Portent.
should have been rolling it at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm going to
Right,
use my
bad.
Portent die, and I'm going to roll a nat 20 against
Yeah.
you. I don't know if crits are worth any more points, but that would be a 27 to hit.
No, you thought I was bullying. This guy
Yeah,
is
yeah.
going
Yeah,
to
I
the
mean-
guys.
I
I don't
mean,
want cheating anymore because this is. I'm crazy. need to roll for a 20.
A 27 would be 16 points.
Okay.
Plus the crit, which I'm gonna have to say that's gonna be a +5 on a crit. Like that's
That's 21
it's a crit.
points.
It's a
just
crit. We got to
there.
give it something. So
Yeah.
basically, you need a crit to win.
No, I can't even win. Can I?
I don't know. You're not. I don't think you're that far behind.
He just got 21, so he's 20 points ahead of me.
Roll. See what happens.
Alrighty.
I've got 29. You've got 11. So roll a crit.
Ah, 7 to 22. So another 7
Launch is
points.
over. It does, in fact, hit. There are points, but with a little bit of magic there.
Yep.
Clear shot. So that's gonna bring us over. Torn.
Before I
Torn.
climb
Finbar.
up, I'm about to ask the game master guy. So I guess magic is not allowed, but it seems some people have items that have magic on them. Does that count?
So the only rules on it is you cannot actively use anything. So if it requires activation or yada yada yada, but if it's a passive thing that you have that you wear and it does not, like
Okay.
cover up
So you
areas
can't
they've already.
activate it.
What's that?
So you can't activate it. That answers my question.
No, yeah, you can't like turn something on like ready to like fucking Bane and shit. Let's go. Like
Dang, so I can't use the cube of force. Got it.
I mean, that's really overkill.
Wow. Yeah.
You got this, Finbar.
what have I done, y'all? What have I done? All right, so oof. Being that yours was due to forced forfeit, I'm gonna say Finvar gets the call on who goes first here, Finvar.
I'm going first. I want to try take him down.
All right,
And that's there's the 20.
My AC is 15.
15. All right,
5 points.
so that is a hit.
The same as me. How much is your modifier to hit?
Plus
Plus
11.
That's 11. What? Nah, you're cheating.
All right, Torin.
Okay. It's gonna be a
Don't
push
do it.
attack.
Don't do it. That's
For
lame.
a 19.
To save for 17, right?
AC 17.
Okay. I'm going to use one of my lucky points. And I'm going to give myself...
Your AC is 15 as well, right? So that's 4 points for Torin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
4 or 5, yeah.
and we got to see if we can avoid being
No, I thought. It's a 9.
So he's launched 15 feet.
To the other post, right? I mean...
taking
Nah,
6
you got
bludgeon damage as you
I was bullying that.
smack on the other side there. 6 damage though. Other than that, you can still climb back up if you
That's
feel
6 points?
fit to continue.
I'm going to stand up.
Finbar, are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm not playing with Thorin anymore.
Thank you.
Not in this game. Let's play something else, okay?
So you're not going back up?
No. I'm not going back.
It would,
up.
the guy waves a little thing there. Got another forfeit. You're up there, and he looks over at Jasper, and the whole crowd kind of looks over at Jasper. They're like,
Jasper.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I'm gonna put on my cloak and I'll climb up.
Down.
he goes and he climbs to the top there, looking over. Across from you is Torin, and
Your shot first, Torin. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna use a lucky point to make it a normal roll. And I will make this one a menacing attack. It's a 16.
You hit by 3. So that'd be 3 points for you.
And then you have to make
And
a
I have to-
DC 17 wisdom save.
DC 17 wisdom save. Or I'm feared,
Or you're feared or frightened of me. Yep.
frightened, and that gives me disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do it. See what happens. 18.
Okay. Do I get like a bonus action here to do like a base of footwork?
It is now his turn.
Well, I'm not nearly as good as you. I've only got a +7, so straight roll. That'd be 18.
So, AC's 15, so that's 3 as well.
So 3 versus
All
3.
right, first round ties up with 3. All right, second round.
Second shot. It's gonna be disadvantage. 'Cause you got the, or it hits you, so it doesn't have disadvantage now, right?
Well, it's new round.
New round, so it's every round. Okay.
Yep. It starts.
It's gonna be
every
menacing
round.
attack as well.
Okay.
Once
So
you defeat it.
23 to hit.
So that's
Yep,
gonna be
that's a
what,
hit.
8 points.
A DC. Well, he has an AC at 13.
No, it's 10 points.
Oh, 10 points. So snap.
Yep.
And DC 17 wisdom saver. Be frightened of me.
Okay.
Torin's the secret fucking super villain, y'all. I don't know it yet, but when he turns on you, it's gonna be crazy.
2 left, so I
That's what our
will use
magic-
a lucky point just in case. Yep.
Dang.
Oh, dang. Double 18 is 22, so no problems there.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
Jasper, your
I'm
shot.
going to. Boy, you're way ahead. You probably got it anyway. Let's just roll a straight roll and see what happens. Yay! Nice. Yep.
Fires up. Final round.
For this round, I use my other portent die, giving Torin a result of a nat 1.
What if I use heroic inspiration?
No, because I think we kind of thought about that. He's not changing your odds. He's setting the result.
Setting it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then that misses.
Yep. Fires over.
Well, you're still 10 points ahead. So I need to roll 10. So I'm going to use my last lucky point and roll with advantage here. Nope, not good enough, I think. That would be 12 plus 7, that's 19. And that's only 4
19.
points. So
So-
Torin takes it.
With that all tallied up, the final shot, it's a good shot. But Torin is an established psychopath. So, everybody,
Valiant effort on my path. Congrats,
rejoices
Torin.
there.
Excellent.
let's see one thing. So with that, great celebration there. They come out and bestow to you there, Torin, a golden arrow. Pretty nice, pretty heavy. Feather work is absolutely gorgeous, the detail on it. Individual little strands of gold that make it all up.
Nice. Thank you. And I'll spin it around, twirling my fingers, and hand it to Jasper. Use a crossbow anyways. I don't use these.
No, we'll put it on the wall. Frame it for you.
Put it in your wall, on your room, on your wall.
So put that up. So with that, let me ask everybody, because there's more stuff to do here, all right? More options of things. I don't know if you guys are looking to keep playing around in there. We're getting closer towards our normal end here. Now, what we can do, if everyone is cool to push a little bit later tonight, let me make sure that my wife is not gonna pop in here and be like, "I told you that we was," you know. But and then if that's cool, I'm down to run a little bit later than usual. Just take a short break and then kick back into it, or we can finish up the evening, and then we can always just pick up and I don't know if you guys want to have a second session at the festival or what, but I'm gonna leave that kind of up to you guys here. I don't know if you guys are kind of like okay wrapping things up now, ending the festival and heading out, or if you guys want to continue to do stuff.
I'm good to continue on, extending the session. So maybe we can start going towards where we were planning on going.
Jasper's
Where y'all
done with
planning on going?
the
Oh, you
festival.
talking about getting past the session, past the festival and stuff?
Yeah, just start getting close to where we want to go next. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright.
for me it's a little difficult because
Yeah, I
I work
know, man.
tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I definitely
Yeah.
understand here.
But, but it's, I mean, if it doesn't get any later than more, I mean, 30 minutes, 1 hour more than
Okay.
usual time,
no,
I could do.
no worries. If we keep rolling a little bit later and stuff like that,
Or
then
you can keep going without me, and that's it. Finba is going to lose all the money in the gambling slot.
if we do that, then I'll make sure that like you're still getting, because we're extending. I'll make sure you get any XP that goes from then on for the rest of the night still, even though you're not here. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Ira, how are you feeling about it? Are you like? Because I know you're in the Great White North, and I know at a certain time they release the polar bears or something, right? So I don't want to like.
Oh, the polar bears have already been out. As I was saying earlier, it was snowing yesterday.
Oh shit.
We're
He's king of the north.
Yeah.
I'm good to keep going. It's
You
only
keep
10
going?
o'clock.
Jasper, I think you said something before, but I didn't hear you.
Yes, I'm good to play as long as we want to play. Jasper's done with the festival though. Had a good time with that.
Okay. For the record, there is one final event there that caps the festival, and that is the Great Climb. So if anybody is still interested in that, that is something just fine to finish up with, or not. That's always, of course, up to you guys. So we're going to call a break right there, and we're going to push a little bit later into the night because I want to do more than just the festival. I love the festival. This was actually a lot more fun than I was even hoping that it was going to be. I was like, okay, festival, they'll do one or two things, and it'll be all right. This was fucking awesome. I'm going to post this over in our thing here, just all the details on the games that I kind of, that we worked out and stuff like that. So anybody wants to do them, I highly recommend the bull run one. The fucking monster one was a lot of fun.
That was cool.
That one was good. All right.
Yeah.
So we will be right back with more of the more and more. BRB.
I feel like you.
All right, we are getting right back to it. Finvar did decide to go ahead and back out for the night. We also have to remember that Finvar lives in, I'm sure, I might be wrong, Spain, I'm pretty sure. So, very far other place away. And time is very, very strange in that manner, especially on this particular date of dates. But anyways, before I get sidetracked and go off on some other shit. Now, last event for the evening here is, of course, the climb. Now, given that hasn't quite had the sign up it had in other years, taking some later than usual entries. People gather around, waiting to receive the wristbands to climb their way up the tower. Is anybody participating?
Could you describe briefly what it is and kind of what the rule, what the rules might be, just so we know?
So you need to reach the top of the tower, and up there is just a little thing to pull that will activate the finale to the festival. The rules are that you have to reach there with your bracelet. The bracelet will disappear if you fly or teleport or if you touch the ground. Once you touch the tower, once you put your hand on, start climbing that tower. If you touch the ground after that, it'll wither away.
Well, maybe I might be able to use my acrobatics, so I'd be willing to try it out.
Yeah, Tor will
Yeah.
try it once.
I know I said I
I'll
wasn't
go
going
for
to,
it as
but
well.
I'll do it. Yeah, do it.
All right. So, as everyone gathers around, the moon is pretty high overhead. Everyone's gathered around with their torches to keep things lit up as everyone gathers and starts making their climb up. I am going to need athletics checks on those initial climbs here.
So what if I have the undead ring of Aradiel?
So technically, your concern is not climbing, because you can do that any damn ways. Torin has gamed the whole fucking system, you guys.
To be fair, I was also going to ask, what if I transform into a spider? To gain the
Cannot
climb speed.
cannot transform. An obvious display of magic like that is going
Alright.
to. So instead, what I'm going to have you do, because again, if you're seeing just crawling Spider-Man style up the wall, then you are going to get spotted and called out.
So it only says like I have a climb speed equal to my normal speed. It doesn't really. I don't see where it says like it's like spider climb.
Well, that's
But
and that's that's more or less what it is. If you're like, it's the equal speed there, because it's not restricted to like ceilings and stuff. So I'm gonna say what you can give me is a performance check to make it look like you're climbing like a normal fucking person.
can I take it off?
Yeah, see?
I like that.
I have a -2 in performance. So
You said athletics check for the rest
Well,
of
you don't
us?
have to use the ability. Are you gonna use just your regular climbing skills?
I'd have a better chance.
All right, so playing it fair for once, Torin is gonna climb. Everyone's gonna climb. Athletic checks. You're muted.
Sorry, I said athletics, not acrobatics. 6.
I think 14.
A 6. So your
22.
climb is slow there, going up this little bit at a time, kind of worming your way up there, but moving. Now, meanwhile, Ira getting going good. You know, he's been a couple of climbing creatures there, so while he lacks the current claws, he understands the concept. On the other hand, Torin, without any use of magic or other hijinks, is been doing this. This is an opening scene to Mission Impossible 2. He's dangling off of fucking ledges for no reason like Assassin's Creed and crawling up the wall there. Now, down towards the bottom, other people are trying to get their perch on the wall and make up as well. And some of them are grabbing at you there, Jasper. You can do either athletics or acrobatics as they're trying to grapple and pull you off the wall.
You're muted.
Sorry,
again.
did you want a saving throw or did you want a skill check on this one?
That's going to be a skill check. It's going to be an opposing skill check.
Okay.
It's kind of grapple in the 5e way.
Sure. 19.
I like the 5e grapple better. I like the opposing versus just the
Challenge.
Yeah, I like the challenge to it. So that's kind of one that I'm thinking we're gonna keep in that kind of manner because I like it better. All right, you had a 19. All right, so reaches up, you swing the legs kind of free of the arm, holding on tight there before continuing trying to make your climb. Go ahead and give me another athletics to try to keep on moving up. When you get a little higher, you're getting into some more railings and flag poles and such sticking out of there. So on the next one, you'll be able to try some acrobatics. But with a
Nat
22,
20 for 22. Nat 20.
so digging in and starting to make your way up there. It's like watching a bear climb a tree now. It's you wouldn't think it'd work so well. Let me get acrobatics from the other two as well. Or excuse me,
Acrobatics?
No, I'm sorry. Athletics.
So so the first time I use athletics to try to climb up, as I'm getting momentum, I'm gonna try to start springing off these ledges with my feet, hoping to try to use acrobatics more with this. I just like instead of climbing, more just kind of like springing up. Where it's kinda
So
like Legolas style.
where it's at, these first two kind of broad sections here are smoother, just barely gripping stone there, no real ledges to cook off of, so that's where you're using. But once we get a little bit higher and you get towards where it's more brick and stone and it's more metal workings, ledges from windows and flagpoles and such, then you'll have more options there.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
22 again.
Orange
Oh,
rolls.
22 again.
3.
219.
3. So you slip and start sliding down, trying to hold on tight there. One coming down beside you as your leg is sliding down towards him, tries to reach up and grab it. You can use acrobatics or athletics.
I'll
Need
go
to be
with
a 12.
acrobatics. That's a +1. 18. Acrobatics check.
So kicking the leg away before you kind of slow yourself. Now, at this point, you're still stuck at that layer there, so I need another athletics from you.
Oh my god, a 4.
A 4.
be
At that
stuck
point,
forever.
slide down. You're halfway, almost to the bottom there, feet just dangling above the ground. Let me get Jasper and Torin. You guys can either do acrobatics at this point or athletics.
15.
15,
24.
24.
You're going really high. It's good.
All right.
God damn.
So you find a windowsill you can prop yourself up on and start kind of doing launch jumps as you're moving up. Meanwhile, Torin has made it to this row of flagpoles that he leaps off of, it slides up, flips himself up an extra 5, 6, 7 feet before grabbing on and pulling forward there. Ira, I'm going to go ahead and need another athletics from you to avoid falling off the wall.
11.
Back moving again, but just getting past now, back up to that second layer there. Same thing on the other side, acrobatics or athletics.
Oh my god.
22.
22. At this point, once you get up to those ones, you manage to kind of slide over Jasper, getting to the edge and pole vaulting yourself up a layer there and catching up. Both of you grabbing on the nubs and barely bouncing your toes off from one to the other as you're making your way up around the top there. On either side, two long flagpoles stick off. As each of you, I'm sure you're doing acrobatics checks on this next one, right?
Yeah.
As you each leap for their respective pole. Go ahead and give me that last acrobatics. You're muted.
I'm also going to just use, just
Yeah.
to add flair to it, tactical mind and roll a D10 with it.
Yeah, I can't. I'd have to crit to win this one.
That's a 30.
19 for me.
So, Jasper leaps out, goes out wide, grabs the side there to fling himself inwards towards it. He lands, but kind of toes on the edge of the top of the tower here. So as you're trying to balance on the other side, Torin has ran up, slid himself and flung himself perfect trajectory over towards the very top. He lands, rolls, pops up to his feet off ahead of you. There's a little box there with a cord in it. Grab and give it a pull there, Torin. And as you do, suddenly from everywhere, explosions start flying off in the sky. Most of them green, but some of them red, bright colors, images, dragons. These are obviously magical fireworks. They're making all kinds of forms and shapes, massive roses, all different signs of rebirth. You can see fields. There's a whole show that goes on behind you throughout the rest of the night. It all takes place right off to the side of the moon that seems to just light it all from the back. Finally, as it all ends, the whole city down there cheering, clapping, celebrating, and walking over towards you. The guard captain, when you're familiar with, goes over, gives you a shake, raises hands together, and then hands off to you a belt. A rather interesting belt. On the back side of it, you can see where it buckles in the front, and on the back there's just a strange little less of a disc, more of a puck at the back of the belt.
Interesting. Thank you.
And gives you a nod there. Everyone cheers some more, and then as the night goes on, people start to slowly drift towards their homes. The drinking is done. The year is done. Everyone
I'm the
goes in to
WrestleMania
be...
champion.
What's that?
I'm the WrestleMania champion.
Now you need to defeat the
Congrats,
Undertaker.
Torn. Nice work on the competitions today. You did excellent.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well fought.
You didn't even
Break a sweat.
let's see. There it is. All right. So, with that, as things all start to settle down, eventually you all start heading back towards your home there, back at the Bastion. Moving in and stepping into the home there. Very exciting night behind you. You can already hear the normal celebratory cries of passion from a couple of your neighbors' windows as you make your walk home.
DM, sorry to interrupt. As we're walking home, do you mind if I ritually cast Identify as we're walking on Torn's new belt, just to see if it has any magical properties for him?
Absolutely.
Torn, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
If
ask
you
you
want
to
to keep it a
eventually.
secret or something.
No, you're good.
So, this is the Belt of Prehensile Tail, or the Belt of the Monkey's Tail. It gives you an additional bonus action when you wear it. Also, when you put it on, from that little puck there, fashions any kind of tail. It'll just flow out of it, any kind of tail that you would like, and this tail can work essentially function as a hand. It can grasp.
So an extra bonus action and an extra hand, basically, from the tail.
Essentially, correct.
Are you gonna be Zoro with three
Amazing.
swords?
Does it require attunement?
It does not require attunement.
Ooh.
Holy cow. Thanks. Congrats. That's awesome.
Good stuff.
Ah, you made this harder on me.
Yes. I can see it. I know exactly what you're thinking. Oh.
And so, finally, making your way home, as you step in, it's rather quiet. Any of the workers or anything that are normally there have already either gone home or gone to sleep. But as you make your way through in the parlor room, there's a rather large figure sitting in one of the chairs there. Red and green cloak over his head. He looks towards you all and flips it back. And you recognize immediately the face of Conger, Ragvar, Redshield.
No guards?
No guards. A normally stoic expression, but there's a certain hint of concern just above his left brow there. Moonblades. We need to speak.
Jasper kneels to the High King.
I appreciate your respect, but now is no time for formalities. I fear that my time here must be somewhat short, but it is important that we discuss a few things before I depart. I wish that your other companions were here as well, but, well, there's no time to wait. This is quite urgent. First off, is this place of yours, is it protected from magical eyes peeping?
Torn, that's your cue.
It can be, and when you use the cube of force. And use Mordecai, it's private sanctum, I believe that's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, private sanctum. Says 4 charges.
That goes off there. Looks around. Very nice. He pulls off a pen of his own and sets it down, clicks it, and a little bit of mist kind of covers the ground there. You can actually see just beyond everything outside of the room, between the area that you sit, the walls, it all kind of melts away to a void very familiar to when you all had gone to visit the Chamber of the Lords. That kind of mind world. It seems to kind of slice a little bit of it out here for you. And with that, hold on. We haven't used that in a while. Everything's very loud. There we go. All right. Now, I know that you all are rather resourceful, so I'm quite certain that you've heard some things. If you don't mind, so we can get it all out in the open. What have you heard so far since your return? Between time, was it?
Only rumors from Aelor Varn, essentially, that you've had more contact with Jarl Thorson, but the Jarls remain fractured and separated.
Yes, there's a lot of truth to that. Unfortunately, my restrictions to communicating with some of the others has been unfortunate, but my hand was forced. I fear that Jarl Thorson may have outplayed me for the time being anyways. It is well known to everyone that his lands hold back the worst of the Calrathians. He day and night fights on that border, and there is no doubt part of me that will always honor that, but I fear he may have gone somewhat mad with ambition. He's made it quite clear, or implied, at least, that to not heed his counsel might result in his troops might not be properly ready to hold back an incursion, in which case, first place they would make it back to is Valhalla. So, through plenty of protests, I've ordered troops there from Karvunder to try to secure some kind of counter-alliance. But he has been quite restrictive as far as what he's willing to risk. His treachery is quite clear to me, but if I were to simply march in there, well, with no proof, him being the honored man that he is, it would no doubt lead to civil war, and I cannot be sure what sides would take mine. If that happens, they'll fall behind him. And I've known him a long time. Our fathers were friends. We grew up together as much as people of our status grow up with anybody. But he's changed somehow. Something's very different about him. And I've come to make a request of you, Moonblades. You see, as of right now, within his region, his force is mighty. But they must also be occupied. Their might has a purpose. But they have grown mightier still. He's somehow discovered some new technology.
Torn will laugh out loud.
I assure you it's no laughing matter, son.
No, I know.
These weapons are strange, powerful, unfortunate even. Something that even a fool is deadly with in his hands.
Agreed.
And, well, every day he arms more and more of his people with it. Soon enough, even with the proper evidence, if it's bad enough, nobody in Eldar may be able to stand against him. I've come to ask that you all, under my banner, make your way to Handren to join the efforts. There, I am sure Lord Thorson will put you to some test. But the task that I put before you is the true objective, and that is to find me something to prove to the other Jarls, that we have a traitor in our midst. Once that is clear, then we will unite. We will push in and take the Great Wall cities. He will be removed and replaced. Things will go back to as they should be. And we can focus back on the war efforts. Where I believe you all also have made some progress, yes?
Something.
Seems like every bit of progress we make, we take 10 steps back.
Well, this may be a rather important step forward for you then. See what intelligence I've been able to gather. It seems to imply that, well, thanks to his own personal group, Thorson has managed to get his hands on an artifact of his own. It's apparently made him quite fierce in battle, and I fear may be the cause of these changes. So, Seems that our paths align here as well. I need the proof to remove him. And seems you need to remove him to claim the next artifact you need for your most dire quest.
What are the statutes of limitation on dealing with him? What is too far and what is not too far?
If he dies without any evidence of his treachery, then there will be an upheaval. Even if mine nor your names were ever whispered about such a thing, just the fact that a man who is quite treasured by his people would be assassinated, why, that kind of moral break could do just enough damage that the Calrathians might just wash over us. We cannot allow that to happen either.
We might have a few tricks up our sleeves here for this.
Do you fear that Jarl Thorson has allied with the Calrathians, or do you believe that he may be acting on his own?
Listen, I know there are few things in this world that I am absolutely sure of. One of them is that Jarl Thorson would never do such a thing as align himself with Calrathians. There is a healthy disdain for those who would take what is yours. And then there is just a simple hatred of someone for breathing. And I assure you, Thorson falls into the latter camp there.
And Jarl Slybor is alone, caught between a hammer and an anvil at this moment, and has not, you have not approached him with these concerns, just so we know who we can trust and who we should remain distant from.
No, to take Valhalla would be no simple task, I assure you. Even if every troop that guards the walled cities were to march their way there, they would spend a month outside the gates, at least, trying to make their way in. No, there's no reason to cause a panic there. My cousin already has enough on his plate.
I do
believe that Yolskana Amberpeak of Karvunder, she is an honorable woman, but she is bound to her duty and her way of law. If we have proof, she will immediately come to our side. I do not question that one bit. But until then, her and all those who swear fealty to her, we must treat them as unknowns for the time being.
Does he have any kin, heirs to his jarlhood? Jarldom, I don't know, whatever you'd call it.
Well, things work a bit less traditional, or maybe more traditional, depends on who you ask. In Hadron, he has a number of children, in fact. I do fear say most of them wouldn't be of no use to you. Bastards, if you will. He does have one heir, a daughter, Jezebel. But she is, from what I understand, quite well hidden away. She only makes appearances for special events, parades and such, public things.
What do the people think of her?
Oh, they love her there. She's their princess. Although, what any of them know of her is unsure. We know next to nothing.
To whom, looking at my companions, I see probably some nods of assent. To whom do we report? Directly to you? Or do you have an intermediary?
Aye. As long as you move under my banner, then he cannot, without causing some suspicion of breaking old practices, cannot simply eject you from his region, nor can he lay his sword against you without cause. There is one more thing. As I said, these weapons that they are making, they are horrifying. We have not been able to figure out where he makes them. Fortunately, it seems for the time being, the process must be extremely slow. As far as we know, less than 2% of his forces are currently equipped, but that goes up every day. We cannot find this place he makes them, but if you can find them, and if possible, shut them down. If necessary, destroy it.
You haven't seen these weapons, have you?
No, I have received some crude drawings of them. These ones resemble
Look like this.
bulky
Yes.
crossbows. Looks at it. There is some familiarity there, but not quite. These are much bulkier. Look like a crossbow without the bow.
The bastards made what I wanted. Great.
There is not much more that I can share with you for the time being. If you have questions,
Your Majesty,
before
if you don't mind a moment, and Ira, I will need your assistance here. I'll hold out my hand. Actually, I will cast the cantrip Minor Illusion, 5-foot cube, and make a life-size picture of what Ira described he saw through the crystal ball as the uniform of the soldiers that were holding those weapons outside the building that Sam West was held, where Sam West was held. So, and Ira, help me further refine the uniforms that you saw outside that building. And this will tell us if Sam West is involved against his will or some way. And might more narrow down if we're on the right path toward Jarl Thorson.
Okay. So, with that, Jasper, a little poof of the magical smoke comes out and starts taking form. So Iris steps in to help to mold it. Let me get an Arcana check.
You're muted, Jasper.
Yeah, I rolled terribly, but I still got an 18.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Crazy. Would give you all so much power. Did you roll Arcana there, Ira?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you wanted me as well. My bad. 17.
17. All right. So with that, it sculpts it into a pretty reasonable replication of what you saw there. And he looks over it. Yes, those are honor guards, in fact. The armor is strange, though. It's as though it's been modified. But no, there's no mistaking it. Despite the changes that I made to it, that is certainly Honor Gods of Hadron.
Well, this, we believe, is the source of at least some of the special weaponry Jarl Thorson may be equipping his forces with. We've tracked it down to a very knowledgeable blacksmith who we believe was kidnapped.
Remains unnamed.
Yep.
For his safety.
We believe he was kidnapped by the Jarl's forces. So we have a lead.
That is certainly reassuring in your abilities, then. Aelor has spoken quite fond of you, and I have often been very grateful of his sage advice. I do. Miss the days when we had more contact, but things such as they are now, my responsibilities are thrice what they once were. But I do feel reassured that these matters in your hand are in a good place. I mean to make my way from here to the other regions, speak with the Jarls and Jarlskanas. I must explain to them what is happening. If they believe me, and the task is simple, they will be ready to mobilize once the proof is presented. I am hoping that even those who do not will hear reason and be ready for the word. If there's nothing else, I fear I must get going. I can only move at night as it is.
Ira, you've been quiet. Do you have any questions, comments?
No, not really. Just absorbing information.
Well, we lack a secure means of communication from a mundane source. So any communication from us will likely come as a telepathic sending from me. In case you have any wards about you, you'll hear a chime in my voice. Should you choose to accept the telepathic sendings.
I will do my best to keep myself open for you, but understand that I must keep my guard up at all times.
Was there anybody else you would trust that he could send to that wouldn't expose you?
There is one old friend, but I'm not sure if this. Tell you what, I will see what arrangements can be made to set up some line of communication at least. Just keep a word out. Keep an eye out for a friend of mine. You'll recognize him with the one eye. And he stands up, picks up a little thing on the table there, clicks it again, clips it on to his cloak there. The mist all kind of rolls back in together. Steps over towards a corner where, in the shadow, he lifts up and pulls. It's hidden very nicely in the dark there. A large axe that he flings over his shoulder and grabs a shield out from another shadow. Couldn't be entirely sure you all wouldn't just try to strike me down. You never know who's loyal these days.
Tempting.
Wow.
I'm just messing.
These are not things you say out loud. Inside voice.
Low charisma.
Look.
Steps over and walks past you. At this point, when he's moving past you, you can see just a little bit underneath the fucking cloak that he's wearing. This guy is massive. He walks right past you and looks down. Whenever you're ready. He keeps on moving by, walks over to the door, heads out and turns back, and Moonblades. Just be mindful of who you trust out there, even when you're sure. Turns the knob, goes and heads out. Door closes behind.
That was some foreshadowing.
And that's what we're going to call it for tonight, everybody.
Oh boy.
All right. Got a good bit of
We're gonna
extra
have
time
to-
in there tonight, everybody.
We're gonna have to tape Finbar's mouth closed, I think.
Possibly.
See? The late night thing there may have been a blessing in disguise, because Torin would have been all up in this shit. Like, what's... All right. So, that was the end of the year. The Renewal Festival is all done, and going forward from there, got some new stuff, downtime, activities, aside from some final wrap-ups that we'll open up with next week. Other than that, those are all done, and we'll be heading off into whatever wacky fucking nonsense that this insane group decides to get into next week. Now, what we're gonna do, I always mean to do, but I'm not very thoughtful because my brain don't always work. We gonna kick off. There's somebody else over here.
Great festival. Thanks. That was really fun.
That was so much fun. I really like how that all turned out and how it played out. So, again, I'm gonna post that like in the Discord or somewhere. I'll get it all together and post it over there. So anybody who wants to throw a festival and throw some of those games in there, because I've done festivals before that flopped. So I'm glad this one turned out to be a lot of fun. So I'll throw that in the Discord, and everybody, don't forget you can go over and hit that Discord button, and then you'll be in the Discord. But is this button working right? There we go. All right. So gather up, go over, say hi. I don't know who all is left here, if it's just one of you. If you haven't already, if this is your first time here, follow. We're here every week, and peace out.